tools. I love that we have these tools to wear around because there are a lot of them. So I hope this will help you kind of be able to work through them, help remind you of some of the sessions that we've been through, the key points. To help you out a little bit with that, we are going to go through each of them and see what we can remember together. Before that though, actually. So, this is what we're going to do together. We're going to talk about the symbolism of each one, the competencies, and the 5 things that they go with, and then how we can apply them in our study.
Can they use their notes?
Isn't that cheating?
No. Well.
It's using their tools.
Not safe from memory. Words matter.
Words. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna have to find them. Binoculars are first. Yes, they are. I have to find them though. All right. Does anybody remember which session? The binoculars and the acorn actually were from. Is the acorn up there?
No, it's just the binoculars.
I heard
Vision.
Vision. Drive, vision, mission, and values. So, what were the takeaways of that session?
Learning what the vision, mission is.
So, learning about the vision and mission of the Boy Scouts of America. Okay, awesome. Creating our own visions. Yeah, for sure. Anything else? How our careers guide us. How our careers guide us. Yes. All my stuff. How does this help remind you of those takeaways?
So I think like our vision is kind of like that long-term goal, right? And so the binoculars are kind of needed to be able to see that distance that we're working toward. And we talked about the church where they built the church, and they also planted a grove of trees so that they could re-maintain the church or redo it with the same kinds of wood and stuff that they had. And it was a good example of like having a real good long-term vision for what they wanted to have. And I guess for us it's what kind of, it's what do we want to do? What are we trying to accomplish? And what can we do to make those things happen?
It's hard to know where you're going if you don't know where you want to go, right?
Exactly.
So being able to see, have that vision. All right, well, put that one right. We've alluded to this a teeny bit. Which session was it?
Know thyself.
What were the takeaways from this session?
You know your own strengths and weaknesses so you know where you stand in life, pretty much.
Why is that important?
Helps you improve.
Helps you improve.
Areas that you're weak in, you can spend a little more time there, and areas that you're good in, you can possibly pass that information on to others.
How does it help us when it comes to how we interact with our students?
It allows you to look beyond yourself and refer to others that are stronger in this area than you may be deficient.
Okay. Can you effectively why is this connected? This is one. Why does this symbolize this session?
So you have to lead yourself, so you need to look inward.
Take it honestly.
Yeah, and then look out.
Well, I'm gonna put that one away. Our good old friends, the paper cups. Which session?
Communicate effectively.
Ooh, someone did a good job with their driving the toilet. Isn't that what I heard? I was like, you were right. Well, I think I was hearing that communication. What were the key takeaways for this session?
Caring about the needs of others is a lesson.
Well, one thing we've kind of talked about all day today is the connection which we have made with each other, and we couldn't do that if we weren't both sharing and listening to others.
Okay, so you hit on a really important part. Have our methods of communication stayed the same throughout history?
No.
No. But there is kind of the theory behind it that has remained the same. There are 3 points that you mentioned.
There's the person who's speaking, there's the message, and the person who's hearing.
Yes, sender, message, receiver. Nice. You guys like to sit throughout the week. By this.
I guess.
All right, so we have learned, we've talked about the fact that to be effective leaders, it is imperative that we develop the skills, communication skills, communicate. All right. All right. What was the multi-tool from? I heard from 2 places. You guys are rock stars. Diversity. What were the key takeaways from this session?
All different, but all needs.
Respect all people.
I think not only respect, but like, kind of maybe go beyond that because they have valuable information that can maybe fill in a blind spot that we have, right? Something that we don't know about, but somebody who has a different background than us might have a different perspective that's very beneficial to our team.
So maybe make sure that they have the opportunity to do the things that they're good at.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, this is really nice, but we never use the different things. Oh, thanks for being here. Okay, anything else? So we've kind of already said it, but why does this symbolize
Because it has so many different tools in it. So you can use different.
Is it the values of the Scout Oath and the Scout Law? There's just a lot of them.
Well, that's definitely different tools we have.
Different tools in unit.
Different tools. Who are the different? Well, I don't know if I want to talk about people with tools.
Oh, yes.
Just be careful.
So each one is different, right? But also valuable, which is why we have multi-tool, right? You can go into a situation, you've got so many things,
Solve the same problem.
and thank goodness, great thing to have in your phone. Forgot those. Stethoscope. What's that? Well, this one wasn't fun.
Yeah.
This one's a false, real off. I'm channeling that all. What was from? So, stop doing that. What are the key takeaways?
Listen to what they're saying so you understand them better.
Listen to what they're saying so you can understand them better. Anything else?
Ask questions.
Good job. Empathy.
Ask questions.
Why does this symbolize that session?
Because if you're talking through here, what's other people are saying,
Allows you to listen deeper as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say why stuff as opposed to. What's that? And listening deeper, right? Anything you can think of why, we'd be listening to that part. Okay. Blueprint. Which sessions are blueprint from? What were the key takeaways from this? Have a plan. Why do we need a plan? That just seems like a lot. Do you make one by yourself?
Your personal plan.
Yeah? Okay. What if you're working with a team and a committee? Or a committee? Together. Work together. Do you do it right before?
The plans can change too, so when you show up and there's a tree, you can't build your house right there, you can be able to adjust the plans as needed. So you can't be stuck on this is supposed to look like this.
Awesome. Okay. Why does this symbolize this session? Because it's a plan. Is it very detailed? Do you think you're gonna be set up for failure?
You don't say stuff out.
If I use this, we'll experience failure. Thank you. Tire iron. What's the tire iron from?
Our skin.
Your what? Your skit. Oh. Tire iron from? Yes. Develop individuals and teams. What were the key takeaways from that session?
Performing.
Anything in particular you learned from those 4 terms?
It's okay when those happen because
Isn't that empowering? Like, we're storming. That's okay. Anything else?
one thing that we always say about that is it's okay if you're storming, just don't stay there. If you get there, see it, recognize it, and then work towards something else. But don't go back to it. Try not to go back to it.
Well, things happen though, right? It's not linear. Awesome. Why this tool?
Because
Everything's different, needs different size.
different leadership styles are required for each of those different phases of team development.
Various applications.
Okay. And why is that important for us to know? Like, okay, I know they're different sizes. That's cool.
we need to know when we need to lead in each of the different ways.
So what fits with that? Yeah.
what
Okay,
fits
cool.
for what situation.
Yeah. Crush the paper cups.
Also expansion.
All right, compass. What were the key takeaways from this session? Finding your way.
You can use like other people to guide you, if you have experience all around, so you can rely on other people that live in the territory or online training, or staff, there's a lot of resources out there.
So use the resources around you. Lots to. Don't go it alone. Anything else? What about what we should know as leaders? Should we rely solely on what other people do?
Only on Facebook.
Should we make an effort to know the programs that we're working with ourselves? We should also make sure that we have something guiding us, moral and ethical values within us that can help guide our decisions, right? Okay.
One other thing that kind of came to me in this part of it was not necessarily that I didn't already know it, but it just reemphasized what the purpose of the Boy Scouts of America is. It's not, to make sure people get their eagle or what. It's more about developing them as a person and helping them become leaders, helping them be able to make ethical choices, and helping them in general, right? And so it's just maybe a bigger vision than what a lot of times we get a little bit narrow focused.
I think there's something actually about that talks to that's official. Yeah, all right. I think we don't have to talk about why this is so simple, right? Okay. Sanding disc, not the sandy disc.
I thought you were saying my name.
We do. You help us out all sorts of ways. Sanding disc, what session is this from?
Applied interpersonal.
Applied interpersonal savvy, what were the key takeaways?
We all have your
Personality type list.
free food works.
What is that?
Free food works.
Free food. I'm there.
Clear communication helps everyone. So even though we all have different styles, we all really like science and love
Awesome. So knowing that about others is good too, right? So understanding, having one common thing on that.
Also, knowing kind of your makeup, because what it allows you to do is, you can't control what someone else is going to do, but you very well can recognize this pitfall, if you will, for me. So let me defer this to someone else to get their understanding, because they're the same type of person that we're trying to target. Does that make sense?
Yes. What I love about this too is it's such a nice connection back to know thyself. Like, what a powerful tool, right? Awesome. Why is this the tool that we use to symbolize this?
Because it's the different personalities.
Some of our personalities are more abrasive than others.
As we're being trained, each training we get smooth the and we get the smooth
It refines
effort
a little
to do what we're doing.
It is also disc. And we have disc. But
Oh, that's my part.
I love that.
This is good.
It is way better. Mine's cheesy. But no, you're right. We do more of this. We take a look, we learn a smooth away those edges, become a little better version of ourselves. Oh, I like this. This is one of my favorites. Makes me do mad conversation. What were the key takeaways from the session?
Take their mouth closed.
Yeah. Their mouth?
I'm just kidding. That's what the tape makes me think of, like, 5-year-old.
What's that?
Think before you remove that.
Think before you remove.
Wait, filter?
What's a filter?
Probably like a clear, like, old conversation stuff, get everyone on the same page, that's what we talk about. So if your scout was talking about something moving sideways, that either listen to them or, you know, set up time to know what the expectation is, what the conversation.
Trying to get people on the same page, pulling them together. I keep thinking that the flag in the hand. For me. Anything else?
One of the key points of conversations is dialogue. And dialogue means that you're listening to the other person, not with the idea of how I'm going to respond to what they're saying or how I'm going to argue with what they're saying, but I'm truly listening to them and understanding their point. I don't have to agree, but I'm working to understand, which is one of the hardest parts.
How does that connect to this?
Think about what you're going to say, if it's absolutely necessary to say it. It's going to have to say it right there and there. You said you have to argue a comment.
But before you even get there,
I have to be quiet myself so I can listen to the person. I have to
So,
take
yeah.
myself.
yeah. Oftentimes it is a lot more important to listen more than to speak. Manage your own. Yes.
I think it applies to this one, but it also applies to this one. This is people that we close, so you guys understand.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. All right, how about the flashlight? Coach and mentor, what were the key takeaways or some of the key takeaways from this session?
Coaching is short term, mentor is a long term.
How do those connect?
Well, you're usually
said enough for
groups. Mentoring, a lot of times you're working with an individual and helping him achieve his goals or to become part of that group and be successful.
What are the ability levels like between coaching and mentoring?
Is this a trick question?
Yes.
What was your question?
One of the differences between coaching and mentoring, we've talked about the types of interactions, right? But also, is there a difference in ability level with who you're working with? Like if you're coaching someone, is there a different level of skill involved with the individual you're working with versus when you're mentoring?
Don't listen a lot.
You listen a lot.
You have to have patience for the individual might produce.
What about the skills they have? Like how much you,
So coaching is like the beginning.
Right.
It's when they're first starting. And then once they start growing and getting more, then it's more of a mentoring situation.
and then that naturally develop into that closer mentoring situation. Hey, why this tool? I heard something.
She's outside. She's outside.
Oh, yes.
You've got the flashlight guiding their way, they're following the flashlight behind them. You're helping them do their own.
Stay positive.
Stay positive. Change when you look, oh yeah, we have that one. And then we can lead to the change. It's actually, it is that. Yeah, you know, when we need to change, if you've got that mindset, you really powerful, right? Why is this our symbol?
Many times the changes are not in the original plan, and some part of that plan failed, but it's still a good plan, and you just need to go somewhere else and bring it back to be successful.
The thing I love about this is you're being detoured, but you don't they're not necessarily giving you the road you have to take, right? If you lead that change, you can be part of choosing that path.
That doesn't mean that you can't get to where you want to go.
Oh, exactly.
It means you're taking a different route.
That's right.
Or maybe giving you an opportunity to reevaluate. Who knows?
Time to travel.
All right. Control leader handbook. Train and trust and let them lead. What are the key takeaways from this session?
The youth are capable of running their own program if they have been given the proper training.
Does that mean we're just like, hey, we just got to see it?
And support.
Support. What that support looks like change? Is it always the same?
Should always lead by example.
Ooh, yeah. I think we started the week someone saying actions speak louder than words, right? Really helps if we're modeling what we're telling or trying to teach them. Cool. Anything else? Youth-led training, is that what it's called? Program? Functioning?
Youth-led something,
Youth.
right? Program. Planning?
Do you remember the other? So it was the
What is it called?
Youth-led patrol.
We have two things so we don't get in the way of our youth in our leadership development. Youth-led and explain why. Okay, so why is this our tool? Or what, the symbol?
Because it emphasizes on youth leadership and the patrol leader.
Awesome. This is one you haven't heard yet. The tool is this entire toolbox. You'll be talking about that in just a little bit. But this tool helps connect all of the dots, all the little pieces that we've been talking about this entire course. Okay, you cannot end without talking about the ticket. Tickets! Tickets!
1 ticket, 5 goals.
You guys have not tickets as in all your tickets.
Yeah.
Should have specified that. We haven't thought about this at all, right? What are our takeaways from this? What's the point?
Get back to Gilwell, happy man.
We do want to get back to Gilwell.
Self-improvement.
Self-improvement, focus on the youth. Apply what you learned. You have been asked to commit to having a vision, so where you want to go, right? And having 5 goals to help you get there. You gonna do it? Yeah. Are we gonna do it? Yeah. That's right. Okay. Before we end. We should cut it quick. Can we probably take it out?
No, it's 12. It's,
What name is on there? Coleman. Do you know this person? I don't know. So we're working with these youth, do we necessarily know that what we do is going to have impact?
No.
Do we always know the youth that we may have impact on, good or bad?
No.
Is it always a guarantee that we will know? So, we do not know the impact that our choices, our goal setting, the things that we work on with our youth, we never know the impact that those can have. And chances are, with the things we have seen in your goals, within your tickets, could have very far-reaching impact. Cerebral.
Can I add to that?
Yes.
So that happens to be my son, but the thing that's interesting about that is that we're all here to serve each other's children, or other people's children, real children, and we're helping them, we're helping their parents. You're right, we don't know exactly who, but I know someone's helping my sons and my daughters to get better, and I'm so grateful that you're all taking the effort to be the leaders that do that.
I love that, because one of the things, really, that the ticket has gotten this entire program, and I know I've heard Sandy say it 3 million times, and I love it, the whole point isn't selfish, right? I gotta get my kid to, no, it's about serving others. We call that, we get paid a lot of money to do this, right?
Self-satisfaction.
Servant leadership, right? And these are beautiful examples of that. Let's read one more name just because it's nice. Do you know him? Do you care? Do you care about him?
Todd says he does care.
Why? Part of why we're here is to try and impact all our youth, right? Those ripples. Did I see another hand? I'm really having issues with this one.
It's amazing, though.
It really wants to participate.
Ask it a question.
It might who back.
Yeah. So, I would like to point out that the toolbox is open. I am not going to close it. The hope is your toolbox, which we have been giving you tools to put in, will remain open so that you are constantly going back to the toolbox to see what you might use. Hopefully, as you use them, becoming better at recognizing which tool it's time to use or which tools it's time to use. And I really hope you do, because these are really, really powerful techniques, thoughts, what have you. And we'll hear a little bit more about that from our stylist.
I think we need a chair.
Guys, sorry, I forgot the pen. This is what happens when Paul doesn't come and teach you in the session.
I may have taught this last year.
And it's right here. It should have been right there. Anyone know why the tool or the pen is an important tool?
You guys all remember getting a pen, don't you? The day when we offered some of you pens and you refused the pen. There was a purpose. We were giving you a pen.
Yeah.
Let's
You
take notes.
rejected a tool. Yes.
But those of you that have the pens, thank you so much for taking them. It's just
So you have it. Does it do stuff by itself?
everyone hold up a pen. I want to see a pen. A real pen, just any pen. Share with your neighbor. You all have pens. Sorry, I have two. Sorry.
Sweet. This tool's gonna do its job. Is it right by itself?
No.
It what? So what comes out of this depends on you. So, now we've got all this stuff and a pen, it is time for you to start working on your legacy. And that is up to you and your vision and the heart, the service that you put into it. Now I've covered what you.
Yeah.
We have a 10-minute break, but
Yeah, cheer. Is there a cheer?
Cheers.
Cheer, cheer.
Here. Make it a good one, Mackenzie.
Cheers are always good.
Cheer on your favorite. Stand up.
Kate, got it quick for me. Lost in the fog cheer. This group is lost, clearly.
Yes.
This group is helping. You guys are going to yell out, I'm lost, hello, hello. You're going to yell out, I'll help you, sir. Go.
I'm lost. Hello, hello.
Great cheer, guys.
10 minutes break. Everyone be back here quiet.
I'm not surprised.
She ran away.
I don't have violas together.